I'm going to add some custom branding to our number 81 snap wallet for my other business, Buscadero Moto. My dad and I are building a business based around 70s era motocross bikes and vintage inspired gear and apparel. I'll add a link in the description if you want to check it out. So I'm just making a couple samples of these for photos before we make a full batch. I'm using 4 to 5 ounce chestnut skirting leather from Wicked & Craig. And this is the moment where I realized I got some grease on the leather. So that's cool. I usually recommend leather around 3 to 4 ounces for our wallet patterns, but this one is only 2 layers and even 1 layer on the flap. So something a little heavier like 4 to 5 ounce helps give it some structure. I'm using line 24 snaps from Buckle Guy and setting them with a Buckle Guy hand press. I happen to have 2 setters, which is really nice, so I'm not spending a lot of time changing out the setter dies. Alright, I'd like to give a little plug to leatherstampmaker.com. This isn't sponsored, but I've really appreciated how easy they are to work with and how they make good stamps. Even more importantly, they make a jig that fits the Tandy heat imprinter so that I don't have to order the dies with the weird shape of the native Tandy jig. Just let them know what you need and they'll take good care of you. So I normally use uniters or vernice edge paint on my wallets, but I was out of dark brown, so I improvised and used my refillable marker with some Phoebing's Pro dye in it for the edges, which is what I usually do for my belts and sheaths and holsters anyway. As usual, I'm using Aqualim 315, which is a water-based contact adhesive. It gets a good bond and it doesn't make you lightheaded or even give you a headache when you use it. If you spread it out well enough, it won't take too long to dry and you'll get a better bond. Also, tapping it down with a hammer is actually a pretty crucial part of getting a really strong bond. For the most part, this is a very simple pattern and really easy to make. However, keep in mind, the way the stitch starts on a slight curve at the bottom is kind of a pain on the sewing machine. If you're hand stitching this, it'll be no problem. I could have changed the pattern so that the stitch goes all the way around the bottom, but I really like the look of it this way. It adds a little dimension and makes it look not so flat. Once I've got the 2 stitches down, I'm just going to finish off the edges with the same dye, marker, and burnish process. Also, I didn't get a shot of it, but I always follow up the edges with a light coat of beeswax as well. And of course, I got to grab a couple shots for the Buscadero website and social. If you want to try this wallet out, I'd recommend it. It's pretty easy and a good one to start out with. I've got a link for the pattern down in the description. Thanks for watching.